Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kid Show. Today we're talking about, well, some news that I've been long wanting to drop, really. And this is discussing, well, ANITA Sarkeesian announcing the end of Feminist Frequency. Um, Rest in piss. Rest in piss. That's all I have to really say about that. Uh, Shout out to my boy Pablo, but yeah, it's one of those things where I remember back in the day watching Alpha Omega Sin absolutely take a dump on Anita Sarkeesian. And Alpha Omega Sin is one of many YouTubers that has inspired my channel. Uh, this was many years before I ever even considered having my own YouTube channel in any significant way. I just watched so many people, and I remember going through that period of time in gaming where um, Anita Sarkeesian had this massive influence, and it it is a direct correlation to the grade of the fun factor in gaming. But to jump into the article, and mind you, I had to pick a article that chose to simply discuss the news and not add their own spin on it, because oh my god, the article by Polygon, the person that wrote that article was just dick eating Anita the entire time. So funny how they actually take that bitch seriously. But this is from the Niche Gamer. Feminist Frequency to disband at the end of the year. Founder Anita Sarkeesian posted a letter on the organization's webpage explaining her decision to end her involvement and to disband by the end of 2023. Sarkeesian cites exhaustion as the primary reason for her decision. Oh, really? The primary reason? It couldn't be because, well, this 200K channel gets virtually no views and has essentially lost the massive following that it had. It couldn't be because, well, you burned all your bridges and everyone cannot stand you for being the cunts that you are. No, it couldn't be any of that, right? I mean, look at this channel. Like I said, 200,000 subscribers, and gets about the same views as me, given my views have been a little bit low the past month, admittedly so. But yeah, I'm a 2,000 sub channel, and these are indicative of something I would get, not something that, well, a highly influential Feminist Frequency would get. It couldn't be that this has been a thing for years now where their influence has dwindled to nothing, right? It couldn't be because of that. It's no, because Anita's tired. She's tired. And this has been, like I said, going on for years, where their influence is trash now. You are an afterthought. That's really why they decided to pull the plug. You are an afterthought, and you're never going to recapture that. You will never rekindle the audience that you had for that little period of time, because really, it was just a massive grift. Nothing really of importance at the end of the day was lost here. You just were the big one calling out gaming at the time, and you had all these people holding you up. And guess what? Now you're at the bottom. You're at the ground. You've been thrown in the fucking garbage because the grift is over. Oh man, but to continue, she cites exhaustion, not necessarily that they have no influence anymore, but also adds she can express both a sense of pride that conversations about online abuse have become part of our lexicon, and the reality that it has come at a cost of my health and well-being. Oh my god, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. All this stuff, and I've sacrificed so much. Yeah, right. And more so, I don't even necessarily hold, like, these discussions about online abuse towards Anita. It's more so even towards, in regards to the Me Too movement, which she grifted off of. What does this mean for her other projects, such as the games hotline and the podcast? And this is from Anita's words herself. She's basically explaining what's going to go on from here until the end. She says, for me, So what does this mean going forward? Read on for details. For me, it means prioritizing rest and taking time away from the direct responsibility of being the face of a mission. For the first time in a decade and a half, you can stay in touch with me at my website and on various social media at Anita Sarkeesian. So yeah, basically low key, she needs work, guys. Okay, she definitely needs some work. For Feminist Frequency, it means a gradual ceasing of operations, shutting down completely in early 2024. The games and online harassment hotline will be available through September 30th, after which time its a fantastic leader, Jay Lin, will continue to operate its accountability support space, RESEC, and the website will stay live with critical resources for building a safer games culture. Our podcast, Feminist Frequency Radio, will continue to be helmed by its co-host, Kat Spada, Tropes vs. Women, and our full video archive will remain online, available as a free media criticism resource indefinitely. Yeah, so maybe you guys will someday watch it. I mean, I guess you guys don't want it right now, but yeah, the fact that nobody's watching right now, yeah, maybe in the future you will go to watch it, so we'll keep it up forever. And we will be sure that our community is kept informed. What community? You have no community. That's why you're closing shop. Is kept informed of all closing details as a final annual report will be published, and a celebration for community industry partners will be held in early 2024. What celebration? Are you guys gonna have an actual funeral? That is that the celebration? To me, that'd be a celebration. I'll definitely piss on your grave. The alleged purpose of Feminist Frequency has been to highlight sexism in the video games industry. Critics and organizations allege that Feminist Frequency's impact has had a chilling effect on free speech and has encouraged censorship. And personally, I do agree with that. But also, basically, Anita Sarkeesian, as well as Feminist Frequency, has led to a decline in the fun factor of gaming. Now, instead of looking to simply sell gamers on stuff that they want, now developers feel as though they're entitled to get on a soapbox, complain about what gamers want, not give gamers what they want, but then expect gamers to pay full price for their games. That's what gaming has become. And I think that Anita Sarkeesian has been a direct proprietor to that. And they say, but it's also true that there is a real issue that needs calling out, such as workplace culture at Activision Blizzard. And that I also agree with for sure. Definitely terrible workplace culture. Obviously, sexual harassment, any form of harassment should definitely be called out. But I don't really think that Anita has lended anything, particularly that wouldn't have happened anyway without her and Feminist Frequency. The Me Too movement happened, and Anita grifted off of that to stay relevant. Really, that's really what it boils down to. But I did happen to celebrate on Twitter. I said when I heard that about this news, it said, "Good fucking garbage ass trash grift is over." And that's really just what it was at the end of the day. One big grift. And that grift has had such a lasting impact on gaming for the worse. And shout out to my boy Osseous here. He says, "LOL, yeah, the damage is done though. Anita's stank on the gaming industry is unavoidable. All the way from Naughty Dog to Overwatch, majority of single player AAA games are manned by quote unquote girl bosses. The same goes for battle royale games," and I do agree with that. Definitely her stank still remains, unfortunately. Her influence has led to a lot of changes in gaming that have declined, that made the entertainment factor of gaming decline. I think that there needs to be this needs to be addressed. Game developers and game companies really need to work on making games fun again. Making characters people want to play as again. Doing the things that gamers actually want. Obviously, nothing will be perfect. There will always be issues, no doubt. And we need to work on those things as gamers on our front, because, hell, I've dealt with all sorts of things in gaming. I've come across some really freaky weirdos. while playing on PlayStation communities, for example, which is something that doesn't exist anymore. But like, there's always going to be something, and you know that definitely needs to be addressed. But these game developers need to definitely change the way that they do things. Following Anita Sarkeesian, look, Anita Sarkeesian is done. Feminist Frequency is done. If you, game company, want to continue to exist, you better change your ways. Okay? You can follow Anita Sarkeesian into a grave, her company into a fucking grave, but guess what? You'll just end up exactly the same way. So take this as a warning, games industry, that if you continue down this route of dumping on the people you're asking to buy your games, don't expect to exist in the future. In the near future, mind you, because I think people, past few years, people have gotten really damn sick and tired of the BS. And it showed, man. But I think that the funniest takeaway here is, well, the meme himself, DSP, outlived Feminist Frequency. Love to see it, man. But yes, my final thoughts are: rest in piss, Feminist Frequency. Rest in piss, Anita Sarkeesian. Go fuck yourselves. While you've definitely had a terrible influence on the games industry, at least now we can work towards moving past you and your BS. And I'm thankful that at least your influence is no more. Your direct influence is no more. And hey, like I said, if you want to continue to follow this bitch's work as a developer, as a company, if you want to be Neil Druckmann, soy boy, cuckman, and directly name drop Anita as to why he makes the divisive shit that he chooses to make, well, just don't expect to have a fan base for much longer. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitter or Kick if you'd like to continue the conversation. And guys, with all being said, I'm out. Peace.